the search for missing loved ones.
I am putting in my younger sister's ID number.
Abdulwali Ayub is a human rights activist and ethnic Uyghur from China's Xinjiang region. From exile in Norway, he looks for the first time at a Chinese police file from 2017 on his sister Sajida.
It's really in detail.
He hasn't spoken to her in years.
She got arrested September 6th, sent to education camp, stayed there about a month, and then sent her to detention center and sentenced 11 years.
The Chinese police file states that Sajida Ayub is a two-faced or treasonous government official. Police apparently flagged the high school geography teacher because of ties to her brother, an outspoken critic once jailed by the Chinese government.
The government document told me that, yes, it is. It is related to you and it is your fault.
Ayub got early access to this new search engine. It's linked to tens of thousands of files that were hacked from police computers in Xinjiang.
It's 830,000 different people are in these files. And it's clear from the files that tens of thousands of them are detained.
Adrian Zenz, a researcher with the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation, first released some of the hacked police files last year. The Chinese government has not denied their authenticity, but state media has slammed his analysis of the data, calling it disinformation. Beijing denies it committed human rights abuses while detaining up to 2 million ethnic Uyghurs and other minority groups in re-education camps in Xinjiang. A campaign of mass repression the U.S. government claims amounts to genocide. Zenz launched the search engine, hoping it will provide the Uyghur diaspora information about family members back home in Xinjiang.
The black hole is the most terrifying thing, and I think that's part of why the Chinese state creates this black hole. It's the most terrifying thing that can be done, that you don't even know the fate of a loved one, are they even alive or dead.
Mamajan Juma remembers June 12, 2006, the last time he saw his family.
I remember that day. I was passing the airport checkpoint and they were waving, and I saw them. Their image is still in my mind, you know, the picture. It comes to me sometimes. So that's the last time I saw my brothers.
Juma is now a journalist with Radio Free Asia's Uyghur language service in Washington, D.C., which Beijing labels as an anti-China propaganda organization. Unable to go home for fear of arrest and unwilling to even call his relatives for fear they could then be punished.
Let's see, I'm going to search one of my brothers.
So now he can only look at their police files.
Did the files confirm the detention of any of your loved ones?
Yes, detention of my 3 of my brothers, yes. And then I found one of my brother's pictures in that file.
A mugshot of his younger brother Isajan, taken in detention.
How does he look?
He lost his soul. It gives you a feeling of guilt, you know, because of that they're tied to you and they're persecuted. It's not really kind of easy feeling to digest.
A photo of Juma and his brothers in happier times.
I wish I could go back to this moment, you know. I wish I could go back to this moment.
Today, Juma is left piecing together what happened to his family through the Chinese police files. And the level of detail, even on people who were never accused of crimes, is chilling.
Fingerprints, DNA samples, voice samples, profile pictures, iris scans. So these are the biometric information they collected on my mother. When you look at it, so you see this perfect example of a full-blown surveillance state.
Half a world away in Adelaide, Australia, Marhaba Yaqub Salai just found a police file for her 17-year-old nephew.
That's insane. That's terrible. No, I didn't expect that.
The file states that in 2017, when the boy was only 12, police labeled him Category 2, a highly suspicious accomplice of a public security or terrorism case. And that's not all.
Yeah, this is my niece.
Your niece has a police file.
No way.
The file claims that by the age of 15, Marhaba's niece traveled extensively, something her aunt denies.
Algeria, Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Dubai, Egypt, Pakistan. No way. Is that mean they are saying that she has been in this country?
So far, neither child has been detained, but Saleh worries for their future. Their mother, Maila, her sister, has already been in and out of detention for years, accused of financing terrorism for wiring money to her parents in Australia to help buy a house.
If you could tell them something, what would you like to tell them?
I am so sorry what's happening to them, and I'm so sorry what's happening to their mother and my sister. I'm sorry, I can't help them. They deserve so much better than this. They are innocent.
The more than 800,000 police profiles only provide a partial snapshot of the broader system of surveillance and repression in Xinjiang. They don't alleviate the survivors' guilt shared by many relatives living abroad, desperate to learn anything about their loved ones back in China. Ivan Watson, CNN, Hong Kong.